battles leave scars.
I will never let my friends get hurt again.
Everybody ready?
We are live. What's good there, Cyber Nerds? We're back with more exclusive stuff. We've just finished the Rebel panels, and right now I'm going to pick Orez. Little mind right now. Okay, I know usually he's the guy behind the mic, but I thought of just switching it over, just to pick his force. Okay, so Orez, give me your insights on this panel. Start off with what we've been through, and then we can go back into this lovely episode that we just had.
Alright, cool. So the panel basically started off with Dave Filoni coming out talking about Rebels, where it's been, where it's come from, and how things are generally going to progress. He was with two voice actors. Their names are eluding me right now. Sam Whitworth, the guy who voices Darth Maul and Darth Sidious in Clone Wars and the Rebels, and also the voice actor who plays Sabine in Star Wars Rebels. So they gave us a lot of stuff. Now, to me, this is the best panel we've been at during Star Wars Celebrations. They gave us exclusive footage from season 3 of Darth Maul. They gave us exclusive footage of Sabine. They also gave us the season 3 trailer, and then the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Rebels season 3. They did a Q&A. It was just action-packed. Like everything you want as a Rebels fan, we got today. Like I don't think anyone's in it. We got the exclusive reveal that Darth Admiral Thrawn is canon. Not only canon, but he is the new villain for Rebels season 3. His new novel, Thrawn, is getting dropped April 2017. Mind blown.
Absolutely. And with the Q&As, we actually got some pretty good questions, and the most unexpected ones were from the young ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any of those questions that actually got to you? Because I was just looking, I was like, wow, are you sure you're that age? Because that was just amazing, like the questions they was throwing out.
I want to believe that these kids came up with these questions on their own, but I know slyly that maybe their parents incepted them just a little bit. We got great questions. One of the questions that was best for me is one I didn't even think of. One of the kids, I think he said he was 12 years old, he said, the holocron, the Sith holocron that Ezra has been in possession of since the end of season 2 to right now, who is the character voicing it, was something I never thought of. But obviously holocrons are information passed from Sith to Sith, and for there to be a voice with it means that a Sith put that knowledge inside there and left it for someone to find. So very interesting. Dave Filoni 100% sidestepped the question. He did say he knew who it was, so it is something they thought about, but he did not reveal who the character was. So I was really impressed by that.
He did not see that coming, just the way we didn't see that coming. Great questions from the fans over here. Now, the big question. The main reason why we're here. Rebels season 3. What are your thoughts on it? Are there any things you expected, things that you didn't expect? Characters, new characters, old characters, who's coming back? Give us your general thought.
My thoughts on season 3 is like, from watching Clone Wars and Rebels, the best bet is to not have assumptions about what's going to happen. But what we have seen is that since the end of season 2 to season 3, growth has happened in all the characters. Sabine's changed, Zeb's changed, Kanan's changed drastically, and so has Ezra. So it's all about growth. I can't even talk right now.
I know. One of the things that we do get from Ezra is that he's a bit more complete Jedi, but at the same time is a complete Jedi leaning towards the dark side. So what are your general thoughts on that?
My general thoughts on Ezra is not that he's necessarily leaning from the dark side. There was a character in the first 2 episodes that explained that you can be good and do bad things, and you can be bad and do good things. And I think Ezra, as a young Jedi and a young young person is trying to find himself. So he knows he wants to be good because he has good motives. He says it. He says it. I just want to protect my friends. But the way.
But then hold on a second. But then at the same time, we've seen that happen before. The good motives, the strong motives, and look what happened.
See, this is what I was going to get to. He does have good motives, but his good motives, and which they explicitly expressed in the end of the episode, is that his good motives are gonna stay on the right path as long as Kanan's there. Kanan is for me the only way to keep Ezra from going to the dark side. Is if Kanan's left to his own devices, he's going to tap into the dark side, he's going to use Sith holocrons, he's going to do stuff like this. But with Kanan's guidance, he couldn't stay on the path, and for what it looks like to me, he could be a very strong Jedi. Some of the stuff that he displayed in this episode was mind-blowing. Stuff I was even thinking during it, like, how does Dave Filoni try and balance Ezra's powers? Because he did a Jedi mind trick from a mile away.
Yo,
he controlled a stormtrooper into killing multiple stormtroopers and then killing himself. Like, that's some dark and very strong stuff.
Now, speaking of Kanan, one of the things that I took in is that now he's getting a little bit more help to complete his path where he was left off. So, what do you think of that?
My thoughts on Kanan is Kanan's a Jedi. Like, he's a Jedi who's always tried to be a Jedi and struggles with, because his training was never fully finished, and I think that's what he was struggling with at the beginning of this episode. He's been blinded, and you come to realize that he's got fear inside of him, and he's just got to realize that once he pushes that fear away, much like he did at the end of season 1 when he defeated the Grand Inquisitor, when he does that, that's the best Kanan we can get, and that's the Kanan we're gonna need. I think everything that's going on with Rebels is 100% dependent on Kanan's path. If Kanan stays in as the leader of the team and directs these guys, they can be okay. If Kanan gets into that depressed state where he doesn't believe in himself and he doesn't believe in the team, it's gonna be hell for the Ghost crew.
And that's what makes things so interesting, because not only is responsible for holding up the team, okay, teaching Ezra, but at the same time he needs to learn himself and needs to find his own path at the same time, which makes things really interesting.
Yeah.
Like how things are going to develop and how they're going to get there. And at the end of the day, are they going to stick together? Are they going to end up going different ways? That's something that's up in the air, and this episode just gave us so much. I mean, I just remember sitting there and I was like, yo, and it's just too much taking in, and so many things going on, and because the knowledge you have and the stuff that you've seen before, you're like, and a lot of stuff as well was kind of like repeated, like history repeating itself, and you're just like, you can't help yourself but just to connect those little dots with the past.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Star Wars is one of those things where lots of things do repeat themselves and history comes back, and us being able to see, of knowing what happens in the future, is what I think is a weakness for us, because I think it's judging what we think is going to happen.
Yeah, but this is what Star Wars is so great, that they'll put you on that path, they'll make you believe you're on that path, but then
put you in a blender, mix you all the way around,
and cloud your judgment, your mind. This is exactly what they do every single time. Any more you want to give us to our fellow cyber nerds out there that's going to get this?
You know, guys, what I would say about this is if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, or if you're not, Rebels is a great show. It's still in season 3. Guys, you can easily binge watch season 1, 2 and prepare for season 3 starting in September of this year. I mean, it was great. Like I said, this is the best panel we've been to. We've still got another panel to go to. We've still got another 2 panels to go to tonight. But guys, what I would say is jump on Rebels. It's an amazing show. It puts you so much more deeper into Star Wars. They get to explore things that we're probably not going to see in the movies, guys. Don't miss it.
And you got it. First from here, from the panel. You couldn't get any closer from your fellow Sith Lords.
Is it that time?
It's that time. Regal.
Orez.
We out.
Alright guys, so look, the mic's on, because I've been getting a hard time all day because I keep forgetting it, but
testing 1 2.
because guys, I've been up since 2 a.m. Well, since like 11 p.m. last night. Sorry, I'm all over the place right now.
How many coffees
All
have you
right.
had to keep you
I
going?
don't actually drink coffee. I'm not allowed. It's not part of my diet.
Okay.
But